Good morning everyone and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another daily vlog. It is currently Wednesday. Me and Emma fly to Australia on Sunday, so only a few more days in the UK. Yesterday I had a lovely day out with my mum. We went to London, we played the Q Bar, popped some videos as an overlay. It was absolutely brilliant, a great experience. I strongly recommend giving it a go. I think there's one in Manchester as well. So if you're in the London or Manchester area, I strongly suggest giving it a go. But yeah, I'm on my morning walk. Always the best thing to do, first thing in the morning, get some steps and get some movement in. I finished my last week of face-to-face PT last week. So as of Saturday, even last week, I'm now fully online. And yeah, plan of action today is work, train, eat, and I need to get a fucking suitcase. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick physique update. I said in the last video that I wanted to be 77 kilos by the time I went away. And this morning we did indeed weigh in at 77 kilos. And considering that I've been out for a lot of food recently because I've been catching up, spending time with loved ones, friends, family, etc. So the fact that I'm down 77 kilos, I'm pretty damn happy. Happy with the look, happy with how we're feeling. Shoulder update, I have done a couple of push days since the last video, even though I was told not to push for 6 weeks, but fuck it, gave it a go and it feels okay. Inflammation seems to be staying down, so all in all, training's been pretty good. Food's been pretty good for the most part. Yes, I have been eating out, but I've just managed things around that by making sure my steps are really high, making sure I'm making the right decisions, and I'm making sure that if I am going quite off piste, that I'm stripping back my calories throughout the day to create that bank for those extra calories. There is nothing better than the smell of your first cup of coffee in the morning. So as I mentioned, me and Em literally go to Australia on Sunday. And it's kind of bittersweet because we're both super excited, but then on the flip side of that, it's actually quite sad in a sense. Like, it's mine and Emma's first Christmas away from our families. That's going to be a weird one, but I'm sure once we're on Bondi Beach in the sun, it won't seem as sad. But we actually did a kind of fake early Christmas on Sunday, and it was lovely. We brought both families together, made a Christmas dinner, so we kind of made up for the fact that we're not going to be here at Christmas. But we're super excited. The plan of action, I'm not sure if I've said it on this channel before, but we start in Sydney. We're going to work our way all the way up the east coast until we get to Cairns. We're then going to fly to New Zealand. We're going to do 11 nights, I believe, in a camper van there. Come back to Sydney for Christmas before heading out to Bali like every other online coach does. And yeah, the plan of action is just to play it by ear once we're in Bali, just to enjoy ourselves and just to enjoy life whilst also, grafting to grow the business, grow the personal brand and continue to grow the social. So really, really exciting times ahead. As I mentioned, I still haven't got a suitcase, so that needs to be sorted today. I need to run through some client check-ins today. Going to train legs with one of my online coaching clients. We're going to absolutely obliterate the legs. It's our final leg session together. So we're going to absolutely obliterate the legs. I'll make sure I get a little bit of content, although I'm not allowed to use this camera in there anymore because apparently I have to pay or whatever. So I will be recording on my phone, but then I don't actually have a tripod for my phone, so that's going to be interesting. But hey ho, I digress. Plan of action is to run through some check-ins, get a suitcase, and then go smash some legs. Right, so that was an absolute fucking waste of time. Just went to Matalan to get a suitcase, and apparently don't have any in stock, so it looks like I will be click and collecting that. Fucking annoying. Anyway, straight back to work it is. Right, well, we have a problem. Standard store click and collect delivered within 3 to 5 working days. I fly on Sunday. So, looks like we're going to have to go for a plan B. Where the fuck do you even go to buy a suitcase? TK Maxx? Maybe I'll go to TK Maxx. TK Maxx, I was going to say here we come, but I'm definitely not doing that today. We'll do that tomorrow. All right, sod click and collect. We have ordered one off of Amazon. An Aerolite large suitcase, so hopefully it doesn't break after one use. But that is the Suitcase Chronicles over within the space of half an hour. Happy days. Right, check-in's done. We're now going to go and... So I'm just looking at the dog. We're now going to go and hit legs at Norton. What are we doing today? I think we'll do some leg extensions, some leg curls, some heavy leg pressing work, some Romanian deadlift work, maybe some seated and lying leg curls, depending on how I feel. And then we'll finish it off with growing Hertfordshire's biggest ever calves, i.e. my calves, which are definitely not Hertfordshire's biggest ever calves. So let's do it. That's legs ticked off. Literally the only footage I got was me on the hack squat because obviously I'm not allowed to film on my camera and I literally just forgot to record anything on my phone. But we've got a jacket potato in the microwave, and you know what, that is one of my biggest tips. Well, I always talk about my biggest tips for fat loss, but one of my biggest tips is stop fucking cutting things out like jacket potatoes if you're trying to lose fat, right? If you want to lose fat, you want foods that are going to help keep you nice and full. And jacket potato is literally potato in general is literally one of the highest foods on the satiety index, which essentially is an index which indicates how filling foods are. So if you want to make your fat loss journey easier, keep foods like potatoes in because they're going to help you stay fuller for longer. But yeah, we're going to tuck into that. We've got some pre-made chili con carne to go on top of that. And then we've got a little bit more work to do. And I'm actually catching up with my pals tonight. We're going to go to Dave's Hot Chicken. It's my first time ever going to Dave's Hot Chicken, so I'm pretty damn excited to go there and indulge in some more food. It's been a week of eating out, but we have counterbalanced that by making sure our steps are higher and we banked some calories throughout the day. So yeah, that is the plan of action for the rest of the day. Look at that. You can't beat a jacket potato. On that note, if you are covering your jacket potatoes in a shit ton of mayo and a shit ton of butter and cheese, that is not productive toward your fat loss, right? I'm topping mine with some beef chili, homemade, tiny bit of cheese, which I'm going to weigh out, and then we're done and dusted, we're ready to go. Okay, so if you do want to keep potatoes in your diet, which I do recommend doing if you want to lose fat because it is the highest in the satiety index, again, I'm going to say that word to make myself sound smart, then make sure you're not fucking drenching it in mayo, cheese, and X, Y, and Z, all right? Get your potato, add your protein, and you're ready to rock and roll. I mean, look at that. Is that not culinary expertise right there? Easy as that. Got my carbs from my potato, got my protein from my beef mince, got some fats from the cheese. Bang on. Day after yesterday, finished off the day with a Dave's Hot Chicken with my friend. Strongly recommend going there. It was actually really, really nice. Definitely worth it. And it was weird last night because I went out with two of my pals and one of them obviously said bye to, and that's the last time I'm going to see him for a period of time. Me and Emma obviously don't know when we're coming back, and we do have a one-way ticket out there, and we don't really know how long we're going to be away for. So when you say bye to one of your pals and it's the last time you're going to see them for a while, it is a weird feeling. Like I said earlier in the video, it's bittersweet. But come 9:30 p.m. on Sunday, myself and Emma will be taking it off and heading to Sydney. So it's like I think it's 7 hours to Doha, and then it's 16 hours from Doha to Sydney. So if you've got any recommendations of how I can keep myself entertained on the flight, please let me know. But yeah, really excited now. I'm filming this on Thursday, so tonight I'm going to be cooking steaks for my family. Don't do that, buddy. I'm going to be cooking steaks for my family, my mum, dad and brother. It's kind of like a last supper because they are away on Friday and Saturday in Cornwall for my dad's cousin's birthday. So they won't actually be back until Sunday. So this is like the last evening I'll have with my parents and my brother. So it should be a really nice evening. Going to cook up an absolute storm in the kitchen. And something really cool that me and Emma changed is that we changed our first accommodation in Sydney. So we were actually staying in Summerhill, which is a little further out from central Sydney, but now we've changed it to essentially be staying central Sydney. So we're like a 20-30 minute walk to the Sydney Opera House. So, and it only costs us like 50 quid more. So we're both absolutely buzzing with the fact that when we land there, we've got a better location. And we're just both really excited now. We've spoken about it a few times. Yes, you know, we're sad in a sense, but on the same front, we are excited at the same time. The thing that's gonna, you know what? I think the person I'm going to be most sad about leaving is probably Buddy. And I say person, he is obviously my dog. And that's because obviously my mum and dad get it, whereas he ain't gonna have a bloody clue what's going on. And I am definitely his favourite. But look, growth only happens outside of the comfort zone, and you know, roll on Sunday now. And of course, it goes without saying that the next time you're going to see a long form video from myself will be in Australia. So if you do want to keep up with the journey, okay, then make sure that you subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed this video and you've made it this far through, make sure you drop it a like. I know it has been a little bit of a boring video, not much has really been happening, but it's literally a case of working and sorting stuff out for Australia now. So yeah, if you did make it this far, thank you very much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Drop the video a like. If you do want to keep, you know, up to date with my journey, myself and Emma's journey, I will be posting a lot of content on this channel. Fitness, lifestyle, XYZ, a bit of everything. So make sure that you do subscribe to the channel. And yeah, the next time I see you guys will be in Sydney. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.